Hi, my name is Andre, and I am a pro senior day trader, and I will go through the following techniques and steps to be able to trade trend trading for several months successfully with huge profits. In order to spot these mega trends, I will use a weekly time frame using weekly candlestick bars and swing trading technique. So, here we have the British pound versus US dollar. And you can see there's a massive downtrend for the pound. Or if we see on the other side of the coin, this is a massive uptrend for the US dollar. So if you're going short on this trend, you're buying the dollar. In this case, when we have an uptrend, you are buying the British pound. But in this case, in my video, I will show you following techniques to gain lots of profits of this huge trend of 14 months. And this trade begin here. You see, this is the top. This is the former top. Then you have a double top on the same level here. So here, the action starts. Okay. This day is the end of May, year 2021. So the tools we are using to follow this huge mega trend and how to know where you will make the setups, where you will go short, so to speak, where you will buy US dollar. So to start with, I'm using inside bars. And inside bars trading strategy is extremely effective to spot a trend reversal. And secondly, even better, is to spot the entries within the trend. You are not obliged to go in and out in the trend. In this case, you could just do nothing for over 1 year. But if you're a little bit greedy, like I am, and I also like the challenge to maximize my profits, I don't want to stay put in a trend when there are pullbacks. I prefer to jump back into the trend in the trend direction. I will show you now how you will do it. So here we have the mother bar. The mother bar here. The definition of a mother bar is when you can see an inside bar here that is totally inside the former bar. So I will show you easier. This is the lowest point here, and this is the highest point. So I do like this, you can see like this, okay? This is the range here of the mother bar, the pin there, and there's the bottom. So now you can see easily here an inside bar that totally engulfs this mother bar here. Okay, so in my case, I have very trained eye. I will actually make a sell order below here because I can see the price is sloping down here for 3 weeks. Each of these candlestick bar represents 1 week. So I can see this is a indecision doji. This is for my eye a sell signal directly. And this confirms it's a sell signal. But to make it easy for those who are not professional, I would recommend this, waiting for this one. Here you can see a massive bearish candlestick bar, massive, that breaks out from this inside bar. This is inside bars, and here it breaks down. Many amateurs, when they see this, they start selling. When they see this, they're thinking, "Oh my God, I want to sell this and jump in here." That's not a good idea, because when we have this large bearish bar, it usually is a pullback, a retracement on the upside, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You want as accurate entry as possible. So you will wait for an entry to go short when it's a pullback on the upside here. So how do you know how much retracement will you wait for until you make an entry? I will show you. So I will get rid of this so you can easier see my next mother bar. So this was the first mother bar to spot this one. The second mother bar is, of course, is this one. I do this because I will tell you why I make this so long. Okay, so this bearish bar here, that's a sell signal. It's a mother bar. Why? Because you have an inside bar here, this one. So, so we can see we have a breakout here. You see the tail here. Then it pulls back. So at this stage, you don't know if there will be a trend continuation on the downside. You don't really know. It can actually go up further, new tops. So you wait for this one. Here you can see a bearish candlestick bar that closes below this mother bar, the bottom here of the mother bar, which is here. You see? Here, it's red there. So you can either make a sell entry below this tails here. That's it's what's usually recommend for beginners. But in my video, I want to show you something more effective that is actually not difficult to understand. So listen to me, have patience with me, and look now what I will tell you, how effective this mother bar, this inside bar technique is. So you have 3 ways to make entries using this box here from this mother bar. It's either, as I'm mentioning, you could make a sell order below this mother bar, but that's not effective because you see it's go up here. Usually it does. Or you take an entry half of this box, half of this bearish candlestick bar. That's a pullback strategy. So if you, for instance, have your stop loss here and your entry here, the risk is lower for loss. But on the other hand, if you have your sell order here and it goes up, so you have to have a much bigger risk, larger stop loss, because entry is here and the stop loss is here. So this range is massive for your entry here and stop loss here. So if you use this pullback strategy, make your sell entry of pound dollar half of this box here. 50% pullback strategy is also a very important Fibonacci tool, 50% or 62% pullback. So you have your sell order here, and you can see it goes in here, this bar, directly. Then you will have a little patience. for a couple of weeks. It goes down here. So here you can take your profits. Why? Because professional traders follows these moving averages. You can see here as well, the trend goes up when it closes here exactly. And this trend and this moving averages is 20 EMA, exponential moving averages. This is 20, this is 50, and this is 100. So using my inside bar technique combined with moving averages is extremely effective. And listen to me now, I will show you why. So now you have made your entry here at these candlestick bars, this pullback here. And here you see another signal bar that tells you that your sell order here was correct, because this is another signal that tells you that this forex pair will go down, most likely. The dollar will go stronger here. So you can see here, let me see here, exactly, yes. I will get rid of this and show you the next inside bar. So you stay put in this trend, you don't do anything. I just show you the techniques, how you can watch more and more views here to follow this, that you can understand that this is a trend in your direction. So this is a new mother bar. So what I'm doing all the way to follow this trend is to using inside bars. So first of all, you must spot the mother bar. Here your mother bar. Why? Because you have an inside bar here that's totally engulfs the mother bar here. The bottom doesn't go below the mother bars, and the inside bar doesn't go over this top of the mother bar. So we have, let's say, 1, 2, 3 inside bars here. 1, 2, 3. Then it goes a little bit up there, but we have a resistance level here, a supply level. So it goes back down. So here we have the first sell entry here, because it closes below this mother bar, this box. See here? And once again, amateurs, they are selling here directly when they have learned about this technique using inside bars. So they have a sell order here, and they are happy when it goes down, and then wow, money, but then it goes up, boom, all the way here. So this is not good. But of course, in this case, you can also, as I said earlier, like here, going half, because you take this entry. Using this mother bar, you can take your entry halfway. So you go in here, and here it goes against you. So if you have your stop loss here, you will not get stopped out. Or you wait for this one, and then wait for a pullback inside this box, and now using half pullback in this box here, like here. This is half. And here is your entry, here. Half of the box. So you can see here is a pin bar here, a doji, indecision doji, and here we see a negative candlestick bar that closes red with a tail on the upper side. So we have a supply here and no demand. So you take your entry here, half of the box, and at this time it goes down. And you can see here actually it reacts on this 100 EMA. You can see here it goes up and then goes down again, and once more it pulls back up here. But this time you can see that this strong bearish candlestick bar is more serious, that it really want to abandon this resistance level, because you have twice broken this box. Here once, this is twice. And this time you only have a pullback to the box. It doesn't go in halfway or up here. So this is the entry strategy when you're using these boxes from other bars. It's that preferably you want to see this break here. Not take this bar and sell here instantly, because it can actually go up here and you don't want that. So wait for this one. And now you're using the 50% retracement using this bar here. And there you have the perfect entry. So now this bar closes stronger. It's more red here than here. So at this time, the pullback is just up to the bottom of the mother bar, not in here. So a continuation here, all the way down here. We can see here also spots. This is a resistance level. Excuse me, this is a support level in uptrend. So you can see the line here and also have, but that's another story, another video. You can see that better in other time frame. This is weekly. So here you can see it goes up again. And this box that we have been using is useful this time as well. To be honest with you, I will make a sell order directly here. Because when we have a large move leaving this box down here, usually the trade just go up here, this one. So this weekly bar is not that common. So in this case, it would be preferably to make an entry half of the box that we made this time. So the overall rule is very important for you to understand, is that if the price goes further down from this bottom of inside bar here, mother bar, not inside bar, mother bar, then the pullback will not be that much. So this is not that common. So then you can using the entry of the box here, if it goes down this deep. Here, not this deep, it's not just this, only this movement. So when you see this little movement on the downside from the box, you will take an entry half of this box. You see here, perfect, boom. But here you have a lower low than this one. So that's why you're using entry at this box. That's the technique you are using. So you see here, entry here, you can have your stop loss here, and it goes down, up, and this time you see, again, it's supply level here, so the price refuses to go into the box. So you can see, you understand that this mother bar is very important, this inside bar technique, to spot entries in the line of the downtrend is extremely important. So don't erase this, because you see all the way how important it is. It makes resistance here, up and then go down. It tests the box again. This time no power, so it goes down. And this is very important now. I will mark this level. Here we have a pullback level up here. And I would take the profits somewhere here, because I would look at this pin here and see that this is a demand zone where buyers want to buy the pound dollar. And you don't want that, because you just want this to go down all the way. You don't like this. But this happens all the times. No trends are going like this straight ahead down. No, it's always these pullbacks up here, pullbacks up here, pullbacks up here, pullback, right? Pullback, pullback. So you cash in your money here, and then you wait for the sell entry, as I'm mentioning here. And why I put this horizontal level here? This is the demand zone, because the price went up here. So there's a demand for British pound. So it's the British pound gets stronger here, or less weak towards the US dollar. So I put this line here because for you to understand if this trend will continue further down, because you don't know this is the future. So this is the one, this is the signal bar. This is a very beautiful bearish candlestick bar with no wicks on the downside. There's no demand here. The sellers are super strong. The supply is strong. So that means you have a trend continuation here, because this closes below this former support level here. It breaks below. And the trick, where to sell? How much pullback will I wait for? That's the tricky question. When I see this indecision doji here with a wick on the upside and very small body here, that means indecision. The struggle between buyers and sellers are the same. Little bit, the sellers are a little bit stronger, because this tail on the upper side is longer than the tail below here. So the selling pressure is stronger. So the supply is greater than the demand. And also, it's important to understand, follow the direction of the trend. So even though this would be a 50% chance for a large retracement up here, which you don't want, or a following, so you would preferably see this as a further downtrend, because trends, very strong trends, continue to be strong. That's very common. And also you have this signal bar here. So don't be afraid when you see this. You just sell. And then the trade goes down. Let's see here. And also, well, I can show, not so much. I was thinking if this was a mother bar, but it's actually not that perfect mother bar, because when I set this horizontal line here at the bottom of the mother bar, you see that this little wick tail go actually below this one. So in that case, this is not an inside bar and this is not a mother bar. But you don't have to be this picky. If you have this as a mother bar and mark this top, mark this bottom of the mother bar, this is the bottom, then it's top. So you can see here that if this is an inside bar, it doesn't go higher than the top of the inside bar there. And the second one here tries to go above the mother bar here. See the tail on the upper side here? Then it follows back into this box. That tells you that the continuation of this downtrend will continue, most likely, because the demand is not that strong. The sellers get stronger and push the buyers down, and the sellers win this race. That's why the price go above and then closes here in this box. That means the seller are stronger than the buyer, and we have a trend continuation here. And you also see here, it closes strong, massive below this box, and the trend continues on the downside. Okay, this was that, and I hope you like this video telling you how inside bars worked. I started to tell you the first mother bar is here, because you see an inside bar here. So here you started all this business to spot so fast where it began. You don't have to look here down. You spot it already here. And the second chance to spot this downtrend was using this mother bar. And have a 50% pullback of this mother bar you see here or here. You have one chance, two chance, almost three chance here as well, this one, to follow this trade here. Several weeks profit to 100 EMA. And as I told you, when the price goes further on the downside here, the pullback on the upper side will not be that strong, because this high is lower than this one, right? So that's why you can using a pullback strategy, half in this box, 50% pullback of this mother bar. And then when we have a downtrend all the way down here, then you know that if you wait and hope for to sell, to make an entry half in its box like here, this time it works. But this is very rare. So remember this is very rare it happens. Usually when the trend goes down so long from this box, it just go up here. So take your sell entry here next time when you see this occur here. And have patience when it goes against you, because then it falls back up and down, and here you are happy. So what can I say more? Yes, you can see here trend continuation using this mother bar again. This is a fakey, false bullish break that closes inside the box. So you know it's trend continuation, it goes down. Okay, I will continue. I will actually show another video that I will show a trend reversal on the other direction, where I will buy this sterling pound, because I think the US dollar is too strong now. It must weaken a little bit. This trend is still intact. The dollar will continue its trend, but now the dollar have been too strong, so I want to buy that and then sell it back into the trend. When it reaches this moving averages, then I will sell. But now it's just too long just too far. Sorry, my English is not that good. I had a long working day today. But that's another video. So I will go back to that. So I can show you the same technique, but on the opposite side. if you change this 180 degrees, you can use these techniques exactly on the same ways, but for an uptrend. So I will show you this technique later when this is a trend reversal and goes on the other side on the uptrend. So I will show this technique on the other way around. So I hope you like this video, and I will return, I think, let's see, on Monday. On Monday, it will be, yes, July 18th. I will come back and show you if there are any trend reversal here, if the pound getting stronger. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will come back. Bye for now. Take care.